Good day everybody, my name is Michael Emery, I'm the Head of Human Resources at UNFPA. I've got a very important message to communicate to you today, and this is for all personnel working for UNFPA, including our staff, our complementary personnel, but also our implementing partners as well. And this is a message around PSEA. Now, for those of you who don't know what PSEA stands for, it stands for the Prevention of Sexual Exploitation and Abuse. And this is a very important topic for UNFPA staff, particularly given our mandate and mission of UNFPA. And certainly one of our goals by 2030, of course, is to end all forms of gender-based violence. Sexual exploitation and abuse is focused on abuse of our beneficiaries. So these are people that we are serving, and this is a particularly poignant topic at the moment, with a lot of governments, member states, the UN, the Secretary General himself personally involved in this initiative. Now, in terms of the responsibilities of UNFPA personnel, the first principal responsibility is to treat all the local population with dignity and respect. And I think it's worth noting here that sexual exploitation and abuse is unacceptable behaviour and is prohibited for all United Nations and affiliated personnel. So that includes our implementing partners as well. And it's important to acknowledge that the responsibility of every UNFPA staff member and the people working with UNFPA is to report any knowledge of sexual exploitation and abuse through our reporting mechanisms. And largely that's either through the head of the office in the country where you're serving, or directly to OAIS hotline at headquarters here in New York. Now, in order to sensitise UNFPA staff and affiliated personnel to the issue of PSEA, or sexual exploitation and abuse, we are launching an online training course available through the ELMS. Now, this is an interactive program designed to explain the code of conduct, the obligations and the consequences of staff and affiliated personnel engaging in sexual exploitation and abusive activities. Now, again, underscoring the commitment that UNFPA has to this issue, at the conclusion of the e-learning course, we are going to ask staff and affiliated personnel to sign an electronic code of conduct which illustrates the commitment that each member of this organisation is making to this very, very important issue. And this online signature will be captured in Atlas, so we will be able to see who has completed the course, who has signed the code of conduct. And finally, I want to talk about what the responsibility are for our heads of offices. That's including our country representatives and our assistant resident representatives. Your specific responsibility is to ensure that all staff have completed the mandatory training by the articulated date. And to help with this, we're also going to be providing heads of offices with a package, a learning package that they can use to facilitate this awareness raising and training in their offices. Complementing that, we're also going to be distributing no excuse cards. These are little pocket credit card size cards that go through the different components of SEA, and so that there is no ambiguity whatsoever from all staff and affiliated personnel about what their responsibilities and obligations are. Finally, I'd like to conclude by saying that PSEA is a really critical issue, not just for UNFPA, but for the United Nations system. Sexual exploitation and abuse harms the very people that we are there supposed to protect. It is an issue that can very much damage the reputation of an organisation, and I think it's important that we all work together, and when I say all of us, I mean everybody affiliated with UNFPA, to work to achieve the ending of any sort of violence or gender-based violence, particularly against women and girls. Thank you.